Daddy, there's a big snake on the floor.
Don't worry, son, it's only Serpent.
RuneTime Radio, coming at you live.
Hey guys, you're listening to RuneTime Radio. I'm here with Mod Lee, also known as Regicidal.
What's up, everyone? How are you all doing today?
So yeah, we're just going to do an interview. Are you ready to start?
Absolutely, let's go.
Alright, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Lee?
Sure, I am 21 years old. I've been playing RuneScape for about 10 years. I recently got hired with Jagex about a year and a half ago. And I've made videos since I was 13 about RuneScape, and that's pretty much how it came to be. And now I'm glad to be a part of the community that's really, really strong. So that's pretty much just about me. I'm a 21-year-old nerdy video maker who collects shoes. So that's pretty much my whole bio. So.
Alright, when and how did you get into RuneScape?
I found it actually through Miniclip, which was a site that hosted a lot of really small Java games. And in school, we would go there during lunchtime and just find games to play. And one time, we looked on the site, and RuneScape was the first thing, so we all clicked on it, and we're like, hey, let's try this out. And ever since that day, I'd never logged off. So I've been on ever since, consistently, the whole time. So yes, that's how I found RuneScape, and I've been playing for about 10 years or so.
I think that was one of the first places I found RuneScape myself. How much did you play at first?
At first, I didn't play very much because I didn't know what I was doing. I honestly was at the chicken pen in Lumbridge for about, I'd say, 10 days. So I didn't really do so well with figuring out what RuneScape was because on Miniclip, it was all games that were like really small areas or really small anything. It wasn't an MMORPG, and I didn't even know what an MMORPG was at the time. So it was interesting to see that RuneScape was something different. My friend was like, hey, come to Draenor. I was like, what are you talking about? There's more than the chicken pen? So at first I didn't do very well and I didn't play very much, but as I got more involved with it and found out more about it, I got more sucked in.
You were making bank from those feathers, huh?
Yeah, no, I was racking in the feathers. I got all the chicken. I used that for food for a long time, but yeah, I was racking in the bank there.
Alright, next question. What was your first 99 and how did it feel to accomplish that?
My first 99 was fletching, and I actually got it before skill capes came out. I just wanted to max one skill just to say, hey, I did something. So I think I did longbows with unstrung bows, and I strung them, and it was before string X or anything like that, so I'm way back in the day. And then skill capes came out, and it was a whole different ball game, and I got a skill cape. Everyone's like, do the emote, show us the cape, and it was really cool, but it was special to me, and I don't know, it was fun to get, and I enjoyed getting the 99, and it was just something that I was happy about getting, and I was just like, yeah, I finally accomplished everything in one skill, so yeah.
Alright, were any of your 99s the best? Like, do you have a favorite?
Like, favorite skill, I'm not sure. I would say Slayer was my favorite one to get, but my favorite 99 that I actually accomplished was definitely rune crafting, because I made a pact to myself when, I think it was maybe a year after I started playing, and I said if I ever were to max out my skills, obviously Zezima was number one then, so I said if I ever max out my skills, rune crafting will be my absolute last skill to get because I hate rune crafting, so sorry for any runecraft lovers out there, but I just hated rune crafting, so I was like, if I ever got all the 99s, rune crafting would be my absolute last, and I actually kept that pack, you know, however many years later, and I got it on my birthday, which unlocked my max cape too, so that was a special 99 to me because I kept my word for so long that I wouldn't get 99 rune crafting until my last 99, so.
Alright, you're pretty big on YouTube, so when did you start making videos?
When I was 13 years old, I was bored and in my room alone, and I was just like, hey, I want to make videos, because I saw a video, it wasn't even on YouTube, it was just a RuneScape video on one of these really crappy video hosting sites, and it was just someone in full bronze dancing to We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister. So I just saw that, and I was like, I can make a better music video than that, and I just said, hey, let me try to do it, and I didn't know about YouTube, you know, I just made an account on YouTube, found a friend, learned how to video and edit all myself, and I used Hypercam and Windows Movie Maker, and I just started making RuneScape music videos, and that's how it kind of came to birth, and then I just expressed my creativity ever since I was 13 onto YouTube.
How long does it take you to make a video?
Well, it depends on what series, really. My storytime commentaries, those take usually about a couple hours, I would say, maybe like 4 or 5 hours, because I have to do it in game, I video it, I make sure I edit it, I rewatch it, and then I post it, so the whole process takes about 3 to 4 hours. The other video series I make, like the Rap Battles of History, those take a long time. I would say each production takes about 3 to 5 days. because I have to, well, actually it might be more than that, because if you include writing, then that's pretty much a big part of it. So the writing portion takes a while. After I write the whole thing, I have to record the whole thing. My friend has to record some of his lines because me and him do it pretty much together. UBS, shout out to him. And then he masters it, and then I have to make the video, and I have to edit the video, and then put all the lyrics in. So that takes a long time. And then this new series I have coming out, it takes about, I don't know, it'll probably take about 8 hours per episode. So, I mean, on average, I would say anywhere from a couple hours to a couple days, depending on what the production is, so.
Did you say new series? Is that the interview series?
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of strange that I'm being interviewed as I announced my interview series yesterday, so I thought that was kind of ironic and funny. But yes, it's a sarcastic interview series where I've been blessed to be a part of this community for so long and met so many wonderful people and have so many friends within the streaming, video, and just RuneScape field in general. So having all these connections, I was like, you know what? Why not do something that no one's ever done before? And I'm going to host an interview show where I'm going to act like a sarcastic jerk. And I'm going to interview all my friends, and it should be fun, it should be interesting, so I hope everyone likes that. The introduction's actually live on my channel right now, so you can go check that out.
So now you're a JMod. That was like a year ago. You're Mod Lee now.
Yeah.
How did that happen, and what did you think about it?
It was crazy. I mean, I can't still believe that it happened. It's kind of still like striking me like, wow, you're this, you know, it's interesting. I mean, it is a full-time job, and it's something that I'm very proud to be a part of. I love every single person who's down at Jagex. They're all amazing people, and it's a pleasure to be working with them, absolutely, and just with the game in general and the community, because that's what I love, and that's why I've been doing what I've done for so many years. But how did it happen? I don't honestly know. I can't even tell you. I mean, the only thing I did was back in, I believe it was August of 2012. Yeah, I think that was it. It was either 2012 or 2013. Sorry for my knowledge there. But basically, they flew me out for a player visit. It was the first player visit besides like when XL visited and stuff. But it was the first like player visit with the group. It was me, Jake, Darden, Nathan from RuneZone. It was just a bunch of other people, and we all went, and we had dinner one night, and everyone was poking me like, hey, Lee, you should apply for Jagex, And I was like, hey, yeah, no, I after school, I really want to, you know, work for Jagex after school, and I had to finish my last year of college. And basically, at the dinner, I sat down with, you know, Mark, MMG, Pips, and stuff, and I just expressed my, you know, love for the game, and I had so many ideas and stuff for the game, and I just pitched it all at dinner, and they were just listening, and I think after that moment, they realized how passionate I was about the game and how much, you know, I could help or be a part of Jagex. And when I got home from my flight, there was a job offer in my email, so that was pretty interesting to me, and I still can't believe I'm a part of it. I signed up for another year with the contract, so I'm in for the long haul right now. I mean, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, to be honest.
All right. So everybody thinks that being a JMod working for Jagex is like the absolute dream job. Is it as good as we all think it is?
I mean, I'm not going to go super in-depth with this, but if you love RuneScape, if you love the community, if you love the people, like the mods and everything like that, then it is absolutely a fantastic place to work. I mean, depending on, you know, if you have to support a family or whatnot, I mean, I'm not going to go into pay or anything like that, but, you know, it's definitely something that I'm proud to be a part of. I'm glad to have the experience with, and I'm glad to just be a part of the whole project, because RuneScape was the first game I ever really actually fully played, really, and that I just fell in love with, and this community is something that I'm so proud to be a part of to this day. So being able to be a bigger influence into it and just work with Jagex is a dream come true, absolutely.
All right. Can you tell us like what you do in a typical day for Jagex?
Basically, I'm a different case. If anyone doesn't know what I do or who I am, my name is Mod Lee. That's my actual mod name, so Mod Lee is what I go by. And that's my Jagex moderator name. My in-game is Regicidal. That's my personal account. But basically, I work from my house. I don't work at the Jagex HQ. So for anyone who's tuning in and doesn't know what I do or where I'm from New York. I'm not from the UK. And I basically work from here, and I do all work that's assigned to me. So in a typical day, I'll get a bunch of emails saying, hey, we need this done. Hey, we need to do this. Hey, you need to get this done. Hey, can you do this by this date? Hey, all of this. So basically, I get briefed, like usually Monday or Tuesday, on what I need to do for the week. I look after the high-level forums. That's one thing I mainly do. So any people who apply for the high-level forums, I give them access. Anything that's going on in the high-level forums, if there's a problem, if there's something that needs to be posted, I'm all on that. I do the patch notes video on the YouTube channel every Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, depends on when patches are made and when I can get the video out. So usually around Monday through Wednesday, I have a new patch notes video out on the RuneScape channel. I stream on the RuneScape Twitch channel every now and then. I started basically running the Twitch channel for, I would say, 8 months or 7 months. I was looking after and pretty much running the Twitch channel for RuneScape, and I was happy that we got up to, you know, like 1.5 million viewers, and we had like 15,000 followers, and I got them a subscribe button. So it was really cool to achieve those feats. And then it was like I got repositioned. I had to help with old school a little bit, and now I'm back with RuneScape 3 and stuff like that. But I've been everywhere, and I do a lot of things. So I basically just do whatever's assigned to me. I don't argue it. I don't question it. I just, whenever I get anything in, I go and do it. And that's how I pretty much carry out my days at Jagex. Whenever something's sent my way, it gets done.
All right. Do you, like, when you work, is it like 9 to 5, or is it just like on your own time, or what?
Basically, I work 40 hours a week, so I don't have to, like, clock in or anything like that. But anything that's assigned to me, I actually have to do. So anything, like, it could be more, I can work more than 40 hours a week. I can work, you know, it depends. Whatever the workload is, I do it. So if there's a lot of work that requires me to spend, like, 80 hours of, you know, a week, I mean, just that's an exaggeration, but then I'd have to get that done, and I have no problem with it. So it fluctuates. It's not always 9 to 5, but it's not always, you know, 40 hours a week. So I always put a lot of time. I'm always doing something in the game that's helping my job, whether it's making a video on my personal channel, streaming on my personal channel, whether it's just, you know, engaging with people on social media, engaging with people on the game, on the forums. I'm always available for people to contact me with, like, account support and stuff like that. I try to help them with that, and I just always try to be available. So no matter what hours of the day, I'm working, really. So.
All right. You just got trimmed completionist cape. Was that 6 days ago?
Yeah, the 18th. So I don't know when that. 11 days ago? Yeah, 11 days ago.
Whoops.
No problem.
So what are your plans with RuneScape now?
I'm basically just gonna have fun. I mean, I just take a quote from South Park, the World of Warcraft South Park episode, when they killed the guy that was killing them on the server. They go, "What do we do now?" And they go, "What are you talking about? Now we can actually play the game." So just to quote that, that's pretty much what I'm doing now. Is I achieve, you know, pretty much the mecca of RuneScape. So that was something that I felt strong about. I just really wanted to achieve that and accomplish that because I like doing those kind of things, and RuneScape's my basically only game. So I really wanted to achieve the best in it. And after I achieve that, now I can just have fun. I can boss with my friends, boss with my clan, and shout out to my clan BBSG. We're just doing things. I'm not just having fun. I'm skilling. I can get some 200 mil skills if I want. Just little goals, just having fun with it, really. I can just relax and not have to focus on one thing. So that's pretty cool.
All right, so the 2500 Castle Wars requirement for the trimmed cape, how long did that take you?
Well, basically, that the requirement is to get the full profound armor, which is 4,150 gold Castle Wars tickets. So that is the new requirement. You basically just talk to Lanthus with the armor equipped. So that didn't. It took a really long time. I mean, it really did. I don't know how to express it, but it just took a long time. I mean, I was with a friend's chat that we that they did tie games pretty much, and you could play games as well. And I did that for, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 months. I did it while I was in college as well. I was just going throughout all the motions. I would say it took like 6 to 7 months, honestly, for me to get that done. And it was a really long grind. It took me a really long time, but it did get done, and I'm glad I did because now I can just relax. So.
What did you do to stay motivated, not only with the 2500 Castle Wars games, but like getting the trimmed completionist camp in general?
To stay motivated, I mean, I'm just a self-motivated person, really. I try my best to achieve whatever I can achieve. I know that I can achieve whatever I want if I put my mind to it, and I've done that throughout my whole life. When I was 13, I said, hey, I want to make videos, and I went out and learned and taught myself, and then I made videos, and hey, I want to max cape, got all the 99s, did that myself. I just am very motivated as a person in general in life, in RuneScape, whatever it may be, because I know that I have a lot of potential, and I know that I can be a talented person, and I can be creative, and I just got to push myself. So I know that if I apply myself to something, I'll get it, and I just got to focus on that, and just knowing how bad you want it, you just really got to have the self-motivation and drive to really just want something, and I don't think you can really teach someone that. I think you're really born with the drive of, hey, I want to go out and achieve this, or hey, I want to go out and do something with my life. I mean, different people are, you know, all different, and it's just really, it's really hard to just say how you know, to motivate someone. But I would just say, if you want something, go out and get it and just try your hardest for it. Don't give up on it.
All right, we're going to go to a short music break, about 10 minutes long, and then Lee will be performing part of an unreleased rap, about 34 seconds of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right, guys, we've got Regicidal. He's going to be performing Bonfires, so here you go.
Awesome. All right, we're going to start it up right now. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully it's synced up right. Sorry if it's not. Here we go. Say it loud like the town crier. I'm the leader of the white knights, and you're just a squire. Fire giant spitting fire like the opposite of hydrant. It's about to get cold in here. Let me add a lot to the bonfire. Start a fight, now like that zip. I hold a grudge even if you quit. Climb to the top, climb the roots to quit. Sell them off because of an inside tip. This is important, so don't save our shit. No heroes quest, leave you dead like grip. I fucking lash out at you like I'm holding an abyssal whip. So that was that.
All right.
That was that. I missed the first line because I thought the song was queuing up in a second, but it started a little earlier. But we're good, so.
All right, so questions now?
Yeah, let's go right back into it.
All right. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your music? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My music, basically, I'm a big fan of rap and hip-hop, and I've always been a big rap and hip-hop fan. And I just love the sound of it. I love the intense metaphors and, like, really deep lyrics and stuff like that. So that's something that I've just always been attached to. I love lyricism and metaphors, and I love writing. And I've always written raps my whole life. I started writing poems for an old girlfriend of mine. And then one day I got mad at her. It was like when I was 13 or 14. And I actually wrote like a mad poem at her, but it ended up being like a rap diss track. And ever since that day, I just said, hey, I like writing raps and writing rhymes, so let me just do this all the time. So that even rhymed right there. Wow, what a coincidence. But anyway, I thought that it was cool to do that, and I just wrote for a while. And then after I realized that, hey, no one makes RuneScape raps really. Why don't I just do that? Because no one's really combined it, and I've never recorded anything before. So I just one day was just like, hey, let me just record a rap and do it with RuneScape because no one's really combined the two, and I enjoy doing it, so it should be fun. I uploaded my first rap. It was terrible, I'll tell you that. I mean, the lyrics were all right, but the voice and the quality was terrible. But everyone showed support and loved it, so I kept doing it, and I really think that it worked out well. I mean, a lot of people enjoy my raps, and I'm no rapper. I'm not really, fantastic. I can keep a flow all right, and I can write really well. That's something I'm very good with. But I just enjoy music a lot, and if I can touch anyone with my music, or if I can make someone feel the way I feel when I listen to music or raps and listening to those kind of lyrics, then I've done a good job, and hopefully people can connect to me through RuneScape and rapping, and just enjoy the music overall. I just like making music.
All right. So you just came out with the interview series. Are there any other series that you're going to be coming out with?
Yeah, I just started up basically, there's my rotation now. I just put it on Twitter, I think, like 3 days ago. But on Monday is going to be the story time commentaries that I always do, just telling you a little bit more about my life, or just talking about anything in general. Then on Wednesdays will be the interview series, where I will be interviewing famous YouTubers, streamers, obviously less famous than me, of course, just keeping into my character on that show. But then I'll just be doing that for the interviews. And then on Fridays, I will be doing a challenge series, which this is going to be new, and I don't think anyone really heard anything about it yet. This is the first time I'm announcing it. But I will be doing a challenge series on Friday, where the intro video will be going out on Friday, this Friday. And in the comments, people can challenge me, whether it's RuneScape or in real life, to do a challenge. And if I don't do it, I fail. And if I do it, I win. So I'm going to try to just beat everyone's challenges. Anyone can challenge me to anything, whether it's fighting a boss in game with a certain set of armor, or doing something in a certain amount of time, or going to do something in real life. Whatever it may be, I'm going to try to do it, and I'll post one every Friday. So those are like 3 set series. And then the RuneScape Rap Battles of History, obviously, will be continuing. I'm working nonstop on those. And that's coming out every weekend. Not every weekend, but whenever the seasons are ready, they should be coming out on the weekends, plus my raps whenever I make them. So those will all be incorporated, but that's pretty much my YouTube schedule right now, so yeah.
I think I've challenged you to do the KBD. I think it was with like a bronze dagger. I think you made a video about it.
I think I did on Fun Stuff Friday. I actually think I did that one, yes. That's great. I don't think I did it. I don't think I beat it. I think I
No,
lost.
you didn't.
Yeah, it's because I couldn't use an anti-dragon shield or something like that. But you really gave me a hard challenge. But I'm gonna do it this time. If you challenge me on my Friday series, I will beat this. I swear.
All right. Yeah. So you just finished college a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yes, thank God. Yeah, sorry. Okay, that was.
Yeah. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
What are you planning on doing?
Oh man, I plan to create. I plan to I just plan to do things. It's so great to just not have something to do. Like college is just so time restricting. Like you have to be somewhere on time at a certain time, day, schedule, tests, essays. None of that anymore. I mean, everyone said that, you know, your first 2 years after college or whatever, your first, you know, like 21 to 24 years old is always like the roughest spot for you. But for me, I think it's going to be the best part of my life. I mean, I look at everything really positively. So just knowing that I don't have any school to do, now I can really focus on my work. I can really focus on video making, really focus on streaming, just have fun. I mean, I can just live my life now, and I've saved up a lot of money. I feel like I'm knowledgeable to a point where I know what I want to do with my life, and I know where I want to go and what I want to do. So I just think that everything's falling into place right now, and I have an infinite amount of time to just create and have fun. So that's pretty much my plan at the moment.
All right. What kind of computer do you use, and do you use a separate computer for video making?
No, I actually don't. I have a work laptop that Jagex had to send me so I can log into my JMod account, so I can log into the forums on my JMod account. So I do have a separate laptop for work-related things. But as for my computer, I have a custom-built PC. Shout out to my friend Dennis who built it for me in real life. And I just bought all the parts, and he built me pretty much a supercomputer. It costed me about $1,100 US, and I just really tried to make a computer that will last a while and that I can keep upgrading. So custom PC is definitely the way to go. If anyone wants any suggestions, my friend definitely would like to help anyone, so you can just tweet at him. I'll tell you his Twitter later or something. But basically I just wanted to have a custom PC, and I strongly recommend it to anyone who uses up a lot of memory with video making or plays a lot of games, because then you could just constantly upgrade your graphics card, RAM, whatever you need more memory with, so it's always able to adjust. So I use a custom PC. I use the same PC that I play for games, that I do with editing and making videos, so everything's on one central hub in my room right here, right in front of me. So.
All right, so anyone who follows you on Twitter or watches your YouTube videos knows you're a huge sneakerhead.
Yep.
How and when did you become a sneakerhead?
Man, long story. I actually have a story time about this on my YouTube channel, so if anyone wants to know more about it, I'll go a little less in depth right now, but you can listen to that whole thing later. But basically, I've always loved sneakers since I was young, and I always was like, with my parents, when we went to the mall, I would always go to the sneaker store and I'd be like, oh, those are sick, those are awesome, and I would just be in awe of all these shoes. And back then, the prices were a lot cheaper as well, but I still wasn't getting them all. And I'm an only child, so I'm not spoiled, but I got mainly whatever I wanted. But there was something that my parents would never do for me, just buy me an excess amount of things. Like, I could never have more than one new pair of shoes per year, or two, the max. So when I was young, I got one pair of shoes every year for the new school year. And I've always wanted more. I've always wanted to have a bunch of sneakers, and I always looked at people's sneakers whenever I was walking by. It's like the first thing I look at someone, and I feel like it's the focal point in someone's outfit. So I just basically, my whole life, I love sneakers, and I researched them. And then when I got to a point financially where I was able to, make enough money, and I had a stable job, and I could have fun, all I spend my money on nowadays is shoes, besides saving up, of course. But I just buy shoes, and I buy what I like, and I just love them. I don't know, it's something I wouldn't suggest anyone getting into unless you really have a passion for it, because it is an expensive hobby. But it's something I enjoy thoroughly, really. I just love the colors, the models, the silhouettes. Every shoe has history, so that's why I like it.
All right, so real quick, it's already been 30 minutes.
Right.
Do you have anywhere to go, or should we keep going?
No, we can keep going, man. I've got a good amount of time, so we can just do everything else, finish it up.
All right. How many times do you check your Twitter daily, and how many tweets do you send?
An unhealthy amount. Is that a good answer? I mean, I'm probably always on Twitter, so if you tweet me, I'll probably respond back instantly because I'm a nerd who has no life. So that's something that that's pretty embarrassing, just looking back and reflecting on how many times I actually tweet per day. I don't know the actual amount I send per day, because some days I go with less and some days it's a lot, especially if I have a video coming out or something, or I want someone's feedback. But I have 22,000 tweets in general, and I've had my Twitter since 2009, so I guess that's not a bad span, but I'm always on Twitter. So yeah, it's an addiction. Sorry.
Do you use Reddit much?
I do. When I was doing old school helping, I was always browsing the old school Reddit. I browsed the RS3 Reddit all the time. I mean, I had a series called FTC, which was for the community or featuring the community. And I always browse through all of the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, everything like that. So shout out to all the sub-communities out there, Tumblr, all that.
All right, so if you had to choose one, would it be Reddit or Twitter?
Twitter, hands down. It's there's no Reddit app. If there was a Reddit app, maybe. But Twitter is definitely my stuff right there. I'm on that all the time.
All right. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Where do I see myself in 10 years? Successful. That's pretty much it. Just successful. Doing what I love to do. Hopefully inspiring a bunch of other people to do what they want to do. Hopefully doing something with video making and streaming. But no matter what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be successful in it because there's no way that I would allow myself to not be successful. So whatever I'm doing in 10 years, shout out to my future self. Good job on being successful because that's where you'll be.
What do you think is the future of RuneScape, and do you think it needs to change much to continue to be successful and grow more popular?
Man, that's a pretty good question. I would say that, I think that RuneScape in general is moving in a good direction. I mean, a lot of people think it's not because of, microtransactions and stuff like that, but that's only making the game more stable and allowing more updates to come into the game. This whole power to the players thing I thought was a fantastic idea. I knew about this way before it was even being, announced, obviously, but now that it's been in the game and there's a lot of voting polls, I think it works really well to allow people to know what they're going to get, what's in the future and stuff like that. So I really think RuneScape's moving in a good direction, regardless of microtransactions. I mean, I don't think it would be moving in a good direction if they, per se, sold XP, directly, buy a 99 skill or buy a max cape on, the treasure hunter or something like that. I feel like that would be a little ridiculous, but I don't think it would ever come to that point. But, right now, the promotions are okay, everything's okay, and microtransactions help make more updates, like what we're getting with this Elf City, which is a massive, massive update. And it's going to be really, really cool. There's a lot of stuff to do in it. So, I mean, if we want this game to succeed, we need people to mainly show support, just keep playing the game and keep enjoying yourself. I mean, remember, it is a game. You're supposed to have fun on it. It's not all about, wasting XP and all this stuff. So I personally think that everyone just needs to be more supportive. I mean, everyone was hatred with the EOC and everyone didn't like it. And I don't know, there were so many different opinions with it. But in order for the game to grow, you need to move in a direction that allows you to keep updating it. And the evolution of combat was something that was needed so that the bosses can expand, so that the armor can expand, the weapons can expand. That was all needed and necessary. So everything that the game is doing is necessary in some sort of way, no matter how you look at it or perceive it. So I think that it's moving in a good direction. I think that RuneScape will be fine in for definitely a few years down the road. We have a lot of updates and content planned. There's so much more stuff to do on RuneScape, so I'm really looking excited for the future. I can't predict it, can't tell you much of what's happening that I know, but it is going to be awesome. And RuneScape has always been a game that I love, and I think it's the best MMO. Just not even speaking as Mod Lee or anything like that, or someone who works for Jagex, but it's always been my favorite MMORPG because you can play the game truly how you want to play it. Like with World of Warcraft, you really have to level up, you have to do quests to level up your stuff. I mean, in RuneScape, you can be a skiller. You can go and just get all your combat stats up and be a boss. You can get maxed. You can do whatever you want. You can even just play the game for the cosmetic outfits. I mean, you can really play RuneScape however you want to play it, so.
Speaking of cosmetic outfits, I just learned today from, I think it was Static, he said something about cosmetic skill capes coming out next week. How do you feel about those?
I don't think they're cosmetic skill capes, but I think they're doing a skill cape rework, which will be altering the way the skill cape actually looks, the 99 skill cape, of course. And I think that's long overdue. I mean, I've always loved the look of skill capes, and once they came out, after I had my untrimmed fletching one and just got that right off the bat, I really wanted to get more of them because I thought they looked really, really cool, and it was something that, at the time in the game, nothing was like it, and it was a very unique cape. And I think that after all these skills came out, and that it's been so long since those capes actually came out, that it really does need a refreshing kind of look to it and feel to it. So I think it's cool that they're going to be reworking skill capes. I hope they do it really well, and I'm sure they will. And I'm looking forward to it because it will give more life to it and will make people, be more inspired to get 99s. And I think it will bring some skill capes back out of retirement, and people will wear them again.
All right. Well, that's all the questions that I have. So now we're going to go on to the forums. So first question is from Kim, and it's what have you enjoyed the most about RuneScape while playing since you started?
Hi, Kim, first of all, and the most thing I've enjoyed, is that what the question was? The thing that I've enjoyed the most
Yeah.
from RuneScape? Pretty much just the people I've met. Honestly, I've met some pretty fantastic people from all over the world, and I would never get rid of the connections that I've made with some of these people. I'm longtime friends with a lot of these people that are, not even close to me in person, that is. So the people really was something that I loved about RuneScape and the community in general. I mean, my favorite thing is, just to have fun with the game in general. So skilling was something I love to do, bossing. I mean, I think I love just RuneScape in general, just the way the game is, the way the people are, the community, the video field, the streaming field. Everything is just great about RuneScape. I mean, not to sound like a total, employee, but I love everything about RuneScape. I really do, and that was way before I worked with Jagex, so.
All right, question number 2 from him.
Okay.
What skill do you enjoy the most training and would be the most enjoyable for you to train until 200 mil experience?
Do I enjoy the most training? Probably, it's hard. I'd probably say Slayer because there's a lot of variety. Obviously, everyone says that. But it allows me to train all my skills at once, Constitution or hit points, as I would rather say it. Strength, attack, defense, magic range, all that stuff. Summoning, you get charms from it. Prayer, all that stuff. So I like Slayer because you can do a lot of different outputs with it. It's very easy to do. It's always different. It's just a good skill overall. And that would probably be something I want to get 200 mil XP in. If I were to go for 200 mil XP in anything, it would probably be Strength because I'm only 90 mil away. I already have Dungeoneering. I would like to get Slayer, I would like to get Magic, and I would like to get, the other one was Thieving, so I would like to get Thieving as well. But it's probably Slayer is my most enjoyable.
All right, so Kim has watched the Road to 1 Billion XP series,
Okay.
and he's wondering if you will ever go for any 120 capes.
Very good question. Thank you for watching that series, by the way. It was a very short series. It was only 6 episodes long, and it kind of didn't go how I projected it to. I kind of got one build faster than I thought I was going to get. But basically, if I'm going to go for any 120s, how I feel about it is I don't like the Mastery Capes that much because it really makes people feel that they have to get 104 mil XP, and then after that, there's nothing more. Like, why would you bother getting 200 mil XP after you get this cape? So I'm not a big fan of that. So if in general, I would go for 200 mils. I'm not going to just strictly go for 104 mil in something. I would like to get 200 mil to max out that stat because that's how it was before those capes came out. I don't want to do something specifically to get a cape. Well, obviously, I say that, but I did trim completionist cape, so kind of contradicting myself there. But I don't want to do anything for the XP wise, just do a certain amount of XP just for a cosmetic cape. So if I were to go for any 120s, which in experience, but like I said, 200 mils, I would probably do Slayer, Thieving, Magic, and Strength. Those were probably, and HP because I'm close. So all those in general will probably be the only ones that get 200 mil for a little while.
Question 4, who is your idol?
Who is my idol? My dad, absolutely. He's achieved so much in his life, and he did the same thing that I did, really. Not with RuneScape, obviously. That would be pretty funny and cool. But he is very passionate about bowling, as I am. And when he was 16, 17, he invented a bunch of bowling products, and he got them patented, and he worked for a bowling company, a really well-known bowling company, AMF, for his whole life. And he was hired when he was young, and he kind of did the same thing. He just followed his dream, and he got where he was, and he's extremely successful. He's nothing but motivational to me, and that's definitely my idol, my dad, absolutely.
Question 5, if you could be in a movie, which one would you be in?
If I could be in a movie, what would I be in? Inception. Inception, absolutely, because it's just so much thinking. There's so much speculation on that movie. I'm happy to say that I'm pretty sure I 100% figured out the ending, but it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and if I could be alongside Leonardo DiCaprio, bending dreams and stuff, I think that would be pretty cool. So put me in that one. Put me in Inception. Call up Leo.
All right. Question 6. Do you have any goals in real life in RuneScape at the moment?
Do I have any goals in real life and in RuneScape? In RuneScape at the moment, it would probably to get all of the power gear, not the level 90 ones. I just want all the next power gear like Torva, Pernix, and Virtus. I have all of the 90 weapons, Seismics, Ascensions, and Drygor, so I got that goal done, but I want the power armors as well. I have all of the ports gear, but I want the power stuff, so that's probably my RuneScape goal next to come. I mainly want to just make videos right now. I'm taking a break off of doing heavy things in RuneScape and just having fun and making videos like I used to. And in real life, my goal in life in general is to do a backflip just standing still. So I still am trying to do that, but it's really hard. So that's like my goal for life, is just to do a backflip. Like if I achieve that, I've achieved everything I need to in life. But that's pretty much my goal. I just want to do a good job with my job, obviously. Just work hard for Jagex and make all the right moves and get everything done. So that's pretty much my goal in real life.
All right, my brother has a question real quick. He wants to know about the new boss. Can you tell him anything about, or do you have any hints or tips?
I don't know how much I can actually reveal. I do know a lot about it, but I will just say a few things that I know are already common knowledge and he may not know, is that it is a spider boss. So if you don't know about it, mod Chris L, which is, I think, at Jagex Chris L on Twitter, if you want to see more pictures of the new boss and stuff like that, he's got it all on his Twitter feed there. But it is a spider boss. It is going to be a solo boss, so it's soloable, and I believe there's a hard mode version of it or something like that where you can duo it with someone. But so it's mainly a solo boss, and it does drop 92-handed stuff. So it will drop like a 92-handed melee weapon, 92-handed mage weapon, and 92-handed range weapon. So it kind of contradicts the Seismic's Ascensions and the Drygores. It puts another class in there for you to use the other abilities with the 90 gear so that you have a full range of weaponry. And that's pretty much all I can really share. It's going to be really epic. It really is. It looks cool. The mechanics are awesome, and the stage looks really cool. I'll say it like that. The environment it's in is really cool.
All right, continuing on with the forum questions. These ones are from Moon. First question, do you consider yourself a dog person or a cat person?
Cat, 100%. I have a cat. That's like the love of my life, which sounds really, really odd, so sorry for anyone who took that the wrong way. But anyway, I love cats. I mean, I've had cats as a pet since I was very young. We have dogs as well, but I absolutely love the cats more than dogs, so cat person, check that one off.
All right, if you could time travel, what time era would you go to and why?
Medieval times, hands down. I love medieval times. I love that place in New Jersey where it's the reenactment of medieval times, where there's jousting and horse stuff and people are knights and you eat with your hands and kings and stuff. I love that. That's why, I mean, Regicidal means to kill a king to gain power, and it's a really medieval term, and I just love medieval times in general. So I would definitely go back to the Dark Ages. I would definitely put on my knight gear and hopefully not die. But yeah, that's the time I would travel back to. Maybe get my name branded on a stake or something like that, or branded on a nice shield, Regicidal, across the shield. It'd be pretty cool.
All right, I know you were thinking a lot about this one. Dead or alive, famous or not, who would you most like to meet for a day?
That is so hard. Like I said before, I was like, this is going to be hard. It's a great question, by the way. I think Moon asked it. Yeah, good question, Moon. That is such a hard question. There's a lot of people I want to meet. I'd love to meet any innovators like Steve Jobs or Albert Einstein, because they created things out of their mind and made it a reality. And I think that is the coolest thing in the world, and that's what I do with video making and series stuff and just anything. I just like to be creative. So creative people like that who are just innovators, absolutely I would love to meet. So if I'm going to just do 2 and 2, dead or alive. Dead, I would pick Albert Einstein, and I would pick Steve Jobs, because I think that those two would be really interesting to talk to. Even though they're much smarter than me, I think it would be cool. But also, I would like to meet Eminem and Childish Gambino, because they are innovators in their own way. Eminem obviously being, in my eyes, the best rapper of all time. And Childish Gambino is everything that I pretty much want to be, I would say. I don't want to be Childish Gambino, but he is a singer, actor, writer, rapper, comedian, and he just does everything. He just goes he wakes up and says, hey, I want to do a stand-up comedy skit, or hey, I want to write a rap or record a rap, and he does it, and he does it so well. So if I can do that in my life, where I can just wake up and say, hey, I want to do this, I want to be creative with this, and just go and do it, then that's what I would love to do. So those are the 4 people I would like to meet, dead or alive. I can't pick one, I'm sorry, it's just impossible. Just impossible.
All right, these next, I think it's 6 questions, are from Static.
Okay.
Do you have any rap battles planned? And if so, who and when can we expect to see it?
That is a great question, Static. I think that's it, right? Hi, Static. I basically have a lot of rap battles planned. I'm planning on doing it differently than I did before. I used to just write a rap battle, make it, post it. And then the next one would just be up in the air, like when is it going to happen, and people would just anticipate it. So I want to do it more similar to how the actual rap battles of history are done, where they make a few episodes and then they upload them in, every week. and that's kind of like my interview series at the moment. But I want to do that. I want to prepare this well so that you're not left in the shadows like, when's the next one coming out? It's been so long. So I'm really taking my time with this, and I really want to make it the best it's ever been. I want to make sure the voices are on point. I want to make sure the videos are on point. I want to make sure the lyrics are perfect. So I've been working really hard. The one I have finished right now, I'm trying to get like 4 episodes for a whole season, but the one I have finished right now is Yelps vs. Solomon. So that one is going to be the first one right off the bat. It's Yelps vs. Solomon, and there's a special surprise appearance from one other person that you probably could guess. But those are that's the first one I'm making. And then there's other ideas that I'm running through. If you guys like them, let me know. But some of them are Sliske vs. Zaros, Diango vs. Juan, the loyalty shop guy, Meg versus Hans. Hans is the oldest NPC, and Meg is the girl that gets lost on player-owned ports. White Knights versus Black Knights, that's kind of just a dull one, but I just wrote that down. King Vargas versus King Rolled, I think that would be cool to see 2 kings go at it. And Marimbo versus Brassica Prime, can always do that one. Armadillo versus Bandos, any world event stuff we can do. So I'm just trying to find the best ones I can do, and I want to like make 4 of them and then upload them in order. So that's the plan for them. But they will be back, I promise. I don't know when, but I'm hoping starting this summer. I'm hoping maybe in like August you could start seeing them.
All right. What exactly do you do for Jagex? You kind of answered that one earlier.
Yeah.
Do you feel like part of the Jagex team working from home rather than in the office?
That's a great question, because I do. I do, but then sometimes I get left out of things, and that's just not anyone's fault. It's just the fact that obviously I'm not at the office, and I can't like be a part of things. Like I see sometimes they have like parties in the office, or they have something like someone's birthday and people get cake and stuff. And I'm like, damn, I can't be there. I wish I was there. I want cake. I love cake. So I was. Sometimes I'm out of the loop, of course, because I work from home, but that's part of what, I work from home, so I can't expect anything like that. So sometimes you're out of the loop, but I do feel a part of the team. I mean, everyone, like I said, is lovely. I absolutely love everyone. Whenever I go there, everyone's so welcoming. I feel like I have a whole place full of friends and everyone who just loves RuneScape as much as I do. So it is a really great environment, and they're really great people. And I do feel a part of the team because we're always interacting on Twitter. They can tweet me whenever. Hey guys, if anyone of you are listening, tweet me. Have a conversation with me on Twitter. And I feel a part of the team. I mean, I really try my best to do a great job, and I know they are too. So we feel really good as a team.
All right. What do you think your biggest achievement is in life so far?
My biggest achievement in life is probably living, to be honest. The fact that I'm not dead is great. But honestly, the biggest achievements, I mean, I have a few that I feel proud of. Becoming a black belt in karate when I was younger, I feel like that was something that was pretty nice. Graduating high school, graduating college, I feel like those are really big life achievements. Getting a full-time job, especially in something that I'm really passionate about, I feel like that's a good achievement. And just, building what I have, teaching myself how to video make and do all those things, and just being able to be a self-made person, autodidact rather, and just being able to do that, I feel like that's a really strong accomplishment, to just not ever have to been pushed into a direction where, hey, we want you to do this, and my parents have never been like, hey, you got to be a doctor, you got to do this, why don't you stop doing this and go do that? And I've always just followed my dreams. So just being true to myself, I think, is one of my biggest accomplishments in life, and just doing what I want to do.
Will we see more videos from you over the summer?
Absolutely. I have a lot of video series as you guys see. When I was in college, I really only uploaded story times and then an occasional other video. So I'm very sorry about the lack of videos then, but I was so busy with a full-time job and full-time student at college. It was really hectic, so I didn't have time for much. But now that it's summer and I'm just working and I'm just have free time, I'm going to be making a lot of videos. Like I said, now we have a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, plus on the weekends whenever I make raps. So you have a lot to look forward to. If you're not already subscribed, check out my channel. It's Regicidal 1 on YouTube. Go and check it out because I have a lot of stuff planned.
If you could improve anything about yourself, what would it be and why? I guess he really means anything.
I guess he means anything, yeah. I don't think I would change much about myself. A lot of people are too worried about your flaws or what's wrong with you. I mean, I'm sure I've got some things that make me not perfect, like my teeth. My teeth are okay, but they're not, perfectly straight, perfectly white like everyone would love. And my nose is a little bit bigger than a normal nose, but that's stuff that people just care too much about. I mean, I'm made this way for a reason. I look this way for a reason, and I absolutely love who I am. So I wouldn't change much about myself. I feel like I've achieved a lot in my life. I feel like I'm in a good place right now, and I have no problem with who I am or what I look like or what I do. I wouldn't change anything, really. I'm very happy with who I am.
Alright, our last questions are from Ian. If you could be any animal, what would it be and why?
If you could be any animal, what would you be and why? Oof, this is so hard. I wouldn't say cat. If I could be any animal, wow, I would do like mythical creatures work. Can I say a mythical creature? Is that against the rule of the question?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna choose dragon because I think dragons are the most like bad. I don't try to be naturally funny, but when I'm talking, I'm naturally just like in a mood that makes people laugh or, you know, happy or positive. So I always try my best to just keep a smile on and crack little short puns there. I love punny jokes, stuff that's just really to the point and really just a crappy joke. A crappy joke is a good joke. So I don't have a favorite joke in particular, but I do appreciate good humor.
Alright, question 3. Do you have any favorite number, and why is it that specific number?
Do I have any favorite number? Probably 7 or 9. 9 was my baseball number. 7 was actually taken, so I chose 9, and I fell in love with 9. I don't know why, but it just became a number that I really felt strong about. So 9 is a number I'm really passionate about because it was my baseball number and all that. 7 is just a lucky number in general, and I've always liked 7 for some unknown reason. I don't know why I like numbers, but I don't like numbers in general. I hate math, but 7 and 9 would be my 2 numbers that I like.
If you could do any job for a day, what would it be and why?
Probably my own. That sounds like really contradicting, but probably my own. But if I had to choose something else, I would probably say to be a like renowned, famous rapper for one day and just like play a sold-out show. And, you know, at Madison Square Garden, sell out the show, rap on stage, have a good time, party with a bunch of people. I'd probably just choose professional rapper, just to have the experience of just, like, inspiring a billion people with my lyrics and having everyone move to the same beat. And I think it would be just fantastic. So that's something that I would definitely want to do.
Alright, what is the biggest lie you've ever told?
Biggest lie I've ever told? Oh, my God. What is the biggest lie I've ever told? I don't know. Everyone lies. It's not. There's no one who doesn't lie. Little or big, everyone lies. So saying what's the biggest lie I've ever told? Maybe I would say I have to really think about that one. Wow, the biggest lie I've ever told. Oh, it might have been when I broke something of someone's, and I said it was like an animal who did it. I broke someone's like vase or something, and I blamed it on like an animal rubbing against it, and I tried to save it, and it didn't work. So that's probably the biggest lie I've ever told. But everyone lies, like I said. It's small or big. I mean, it's just, it happens. I mean, everyone does it, whether to protect someone or just to make yourself look better. But I try my best not to lie, so.
Alright, we have 2 questions from the shout box. We'll go with the first one that happened earlier.
Okay.
It's from Epic. Any words of inspiration or wisdom for people looking to start their journey on YouTube as you did long ago?
Yeah, absolutely. Just don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to be original. Be creative and just be different than everyone else. I mean, it's kind of what you hear from anyone else, but don't do what everyone else is doing. Don't go and make a rap battle of history series. Don't go and make a, you know, Road to Max Cape series. Do something different. Take the time and think about it and just be like, hey, I'll start up with this. I want to make this kind of series. I want to do this. I would just say to have fun with it. I mean, that's the main thing. I tell this to any new, aspiring people who want to do YouTube and Twitch. Just be yourself and do it because you're having fun. Don't do it because you want to be famous. Don't do it because you want to make money. I have not once ever made a video because I wanted to make money. I have not once done something because I was trying to be famous. I just make videos because I thought it was fun. I was having fun with my friends when I did it, and I had fun in general when editing and making videos. So I post them, and you guys happen to like them, and that's the best part, is that I can entertain you guys with stuff that I'm enjoying doing. And if I'm enjoying doing it, you guys will enjoy doing it. And I don't care if I have 1 subscriber or 1 million, or if I have 1 view or 1 million. As long as one person is, being entertained by something that I am having fun with, then that's great. And I would still be doing this if I had no subscribers. So don't let anything get you down. I didn't start off right off the bat with 40,000 subscribers, wherever I'm at right now. It takes a long time to get there. I mean, if you just look at progress of some other people, I mean, I started in 2006, I think, my YouTube channel, or 2007, and I'm pretty sure it was 6. But I have only 47,000, and that's a big number, but that's over the course of, 7 years? So, I mean, it's still a grind, and it's still a grind to get back out there for me. I mean, if you look at other people who started their channel maybe 2 years ago and have 1 million, and you look at all the Minecraft people and the RuneScape people, and there's people that expand really quickly, but even me, I'm still growing, so that's big.
All right. Mark, do you want to mute your mic? Mark? Anyways, thanks for coming, Lee, and it was great interviewing you. That's all the questions that we have.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be a part of something like this, and the fact that you guys asked me to do this is awesome, so I hope you all enjoyed, whoever's listening, and I hope I didn't bore your ears off.
All right. Let's go.
Later, everyone.